Please welcome the athletes. We give it to the people, spread it across the country. Representing Great Britain, please welcome Nur-Sultan. Representing Jordan, Paralympic Al-Hajjaj. Representing Egypt, Amani Ali. Representing Nigeria, Falshada Al-Wafeniayu. Representing the Russian Federation, Ver Muratova. Representing the People's Republic of China, Li Fengmei. And representing the People's Republic of China, Zheng Feifei. This is Group A. The left side referee from Brazil, Luis Gustavo. The technical controller from Brazil,
Getting ready for the competition, the overall Para Powerlifting, the women's 86. And there's the field starting off. Shaka kicking off at 80. Medeiros as well, who's tremendously as champion. Sugden for great. Divided up the last year. In Nur. Will down another game. 8 hours of the and record holder. So maybe records will. Zita Giacco of Hungary. Gustavo Lete, Brazil. Here is 3 and can last so quickly. We have gone through longest we'd finish with the longest. Hey there, women's action. Have 14 for glory. We will start with Claudia Miranda, bronze championship, the Copa America in Bogota last December. She's Mexican champion 2 years in a row. In her time, great wheelchair basketballer, played in 3 Paralympic games, reached 1 quarterfinal with Mexico and a couple of world championships as well, including 1 quarterfinal there as well. Based in Mexico City now, El Salvador previously. The left there as things were getting a bit too lively. And to get the competition started, this is 81 kilos. $81 kilos for Claudia Miranda. And that's all good. She's got the first two, and then the third one from her centre referee. Took a while to come in, but that's all good. Claudia Miranda gets the competition off to a good, clean start. Nothing much to worry about that. Just a reminder of our refereeing team. Zita Gierko is the centre referee from Hungary. Side referees Martin Chapler from Slovakia and Luis Leti of Brazil. For Kazakhstan, been really enthusiastic in their hosting of this competition. Liazat Sakupova, fourth in the Asian Games. Great result in Jakarta last year. Fifth in the European Open Championships, which was a major championship debut. And sixth in the Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu last September. The Kazakh champion lives in Kizilorda. And coached by Bakitbek Rizbayev. And she's starting with 82. Crowd liked it, but the three referees didn't. They all went against her on the press. So one successful, one miss so far in this competition.
Loaded, please load the bar to 89 kilos, rack height 15. First step, representing Lithuania, please welcome Karolina.
Now then, for Lithuania, Karolina Lingita. Saw her 2 championships last year, no mark in the European Championships, but a bronze in the America's Open Championship with the Copa America, and easier for her to get there than to the Europeans, based in Alabama. Coached by Jeff Holloway, who says must mention Roll Tide a lot for this. Based at the University of Alabama, based in the States for 10 years. 89 going for now. Lingita of Lithuania. Mixed bag of results for that. 2 and against, and that was for the chest, and from both side referees. Good chat with the two of them beforehand, actually, and you just don't always get that opportunity. It's so frantic, so many events, so many athletes to work out the life history of. Didn't look to be a definite stop, just a little too fast, so they voted down. But hey, go Roll Tide. 2 rounds to go. Chances for Lingiti to move up the table. Lee Young-sung of Korea. Now we have a big leap in terms of the weights being gone for. 107. 8th in the last 2 World Championships, silver in the last 2 Asian Games. Great results in Jakarta last year, Incheon on home soil in Korea, the games before that in 2014, but 4th in the last 2 Asian Championships. Lives in Busan. $107 for Lee, this to hit the front. That's 3 out of 3 for Lee Young-sun. Hits the front for Korea. Nothing much to worry about there. And she is our new leader. Busan was all set to stage the World Boxing Championships back in 2011, immediately after the World Athletics Championships just down the road in Daegu, within a week or two of each other, and then quite late they lost it and moved to Turkey. Hanan Al Majidi of Iraq next to go. 4th in the FASA World Cup this year, 4th in the Asia Oceania Championships last year in Kitakyushu, 4th there, 5th in the Asian Games. That was in Incheon in 2014. Didn't compete in the Asian Games last time around. So Al-Majidi at 108 is clear. All 3 happy with that. So she's our new leader, 2 to go in this Group B. Next to go then for Ukraine, Alina Kameko. No mark in the European Championships in Bergsamir, which was a big blow because she's previously won silvers and bronzes at European level. Silver 2013, Alexin, Russia. Bronze 2015, Eger, Hungary. 6th in the Paralympic Games in Rio, 9th in the last World Championships in Mexico City. Disimprovement for what she did in Dubai, where she finished in 7th place. But no mark in the FASA World Cup in Dubai a few months ago. That's something to watch out for. Had been a bronze medalist in that previously. $110 for Kameko. Just struggled a little bit there with the press, actually more than a little bit. So no joy for her at 110.
First attempt, representing Brazil, please welcome Tiana Medeiros.
Tiana Medeiros now for Brazil, the America's champion. Silver in the European Open Championships in Bergsamere last year, bronze in the EGO World Cup. So to have her in Group B is interesting, although she did finish 8th at the World Championships in Mexico City, her only global championships to date. Well, she's about to change that. Practically everybody in this competition has a major medal to their name. Medeiros is absolutely no different. 111 all the way clear. Tiana Medeiros of Brazil. Terrific stuff for the Rio lifter from the Ava Club. So we've seen some good stuff in this, actually. Only 3 misses so far, 4 successful lifts. We go into round 2 then. And it is Liasat Shakupova of Kazakhstan. Second attempt at 82. So 82, and she misses out 2-1 against, the 2 against her for that press. Rest okay. 2-1. So now we go to Mexico's Claudia Miranda, 81 in the opening round, this 86. So we'll keep her in 4th place, but strengthen that spot a little bit. 136 her target here. Real struggle on the press, and she gets voted down by all three on that. So she stays at 81. At the moment, it doesn't affect her overall standing, though obviously she would have liked to have done it.
Loaders, please load the ball to 92 kilos, rack height 15.
Too much to do at that stage. Now the return then of Karolina Lingita for Lithuania. If you're watching in Alabama, it's got to be late, real late. Of course, in Lithuania, really early. Really successful in wheelchair tennis, but now more particularly in basketball. 3 titles, national titles as a player, 1 as a coach. Previously 2 national titles in wheelchair tennis, once upon a time. Missed out 89 first time around, but looks like sticking to the plan. 92 in this second round. And that's good this time, 2-1. Mightn't have got 89, but she's obviously sticking to the weights that were pre-planned, whether she was getting them or not, and she clears 92, so not a problem. On the board in 4th place, Karolina Lingita.
Representing Ukraine, please welcome Alina Kumeko.
Alina Kumeko then again for Ukraine. Regular coach is actually her dad, Sergei Kumenko. Chance to be competitive. She's always a top 10er in the global scene. Missed 110 in the opening round. She'll be top 10 again for definite if she gets this. Or maybe higher. That's a good one for her. They've seen it her way. The 2 side referees have given that 2-1. She's on the board. 110 goes into 2nd place. It's one of those, and you're watching, you're thinking that definitely can go either way, but in this occasion, it's gone in her favour. And she goes into 2nd spot. Good news. The return then of Lee Young-sun of Korea, 107 in the first round, going for 113 now. Lee Myung-ho, the president of the Korean Paralympic Committee, sort of encouraged her to get involved. There's encouragement. 2 Asian Games silver medals later, it's pretty much proven to be the right call. Moon Kwon Cho is a regular coach these days, was Kim Jae-young for a long time. He's obviously still involved in the major setup, and obviously a lot of time when we're referring to the coaches, that's their regular coach, may not necessarily be the person who's on stage with them. Got the 107 very well last time, and she's repeated it here. 113, that's a superb lift for the lead for Lee Young-sun. So Lee hits the front. Now, she could be overtaken very quickly, but as it happens, that puts her in contention for a pretty good high finish.
Please welcome Hanan Al-Majidi.
'Hanan Al-Majidi of Iraq looking to overtake Lee on the head-to-head. 113, they would both be on, but Al-Majidi is 3 kilos lighter in body weight, the 29-year-old. .113, and she's cranked that out impressively. She's in front now, 2-1 in her favour. Centre referee voting down for the press, but Al-Majidi, very good. Nothing to worry about there. Next to go, last to go in this second round, Tiana Medeiros of Brazil. Got 111 in the previous round, 114 she's going for now. .114 for Medeiros to lead once more. The lowest weight in Group A is going to be 121. Medeiros 114, and that is superb. She's got that, no problem at all three in her favour. Back into the lead, ahead of Al-Majidi in second and Lee Young-sung in third. Kameko is fourth.
In the second round, a good lift from Diana Medeiros of Brazil. She still leads on 114 kilos now.
Well, that was just tremendous by Medeiros. And the Brazilian has a lead of 1 kilo over El Majidi and Lee as we head in towards the third and final round in Group B. Medeiros 114, El Majidi 113 along with Lee. 6 successful lifters out of the 8 to date. It's actually 6 out of 7, even more so. And here's the one who's trying to make it the full set. Liazat Jakubova. From Kizilorda. Second last competitor for the host nation here. Some way off the other end of Kazakhstan towards the Uzbekistan border. Now that was a confident lift and every right to be happy. She's got this already. Waited for the last one to come through. It's all 3 in her favor. That was from the center referee, but the 2 sides had voted early and said, yep, no problem there. So everybody's had a clearance. Third attempt at 82. And Zakupova's there. Absolutely prime. Claudia Miranda of Mexico. Got 81 in the opening round. Missed 86 last time, so going for it again. This to send it back into 6th place, above Jakubova. The America's bronze medalist, the reigning Mexican champion. .86 for Miranda. And all 3 went against on the press, so she finishes on 81, and that is 7th in the group. At the moment, that is 7th in the competition as well. Depends what the rest do higher up. It's quite halting on the uplifts. And she is denied. So next in this third and final round in the group, Karolina Lingita of Lithuania. Got 92 in the second round, so that has her back on track after missing at 89 in the opening round. She's in 5th spot and is locked in there in terms of the group anyway. 95 for Lingita. And that rounds off a terrific competition because that's 2-1 in her favour. Hit all the marks she wanted to. Her and coach Jeff Holloway, 92 and 95. First round miss, totally irrelevant in terms of what she subsequently did. 95, fifth in the group. So now we go into the hundreds and into the 110s. And bounding onto stage after a second round clearance at 110, Alina Kumeko for Ukraine. $115 for Kumeko. This would be for the lead, and it's too much. Big struggle. 110 is where she ends up then. Former European bronze and silver medalist. That was not going to get any further up. There was no mark in the FASA World Cup for her. No mark in the European Championships last year. So this is still positive, 110, which has her in fourth for now. Lee Young-sun of Korea, 107 and 113 cleared so far. This is for the lead for the Korean. Husband Kim Dae-sung, wheelchair rugby international for a while. $117 for Lee. And all three against, 2 for the press. 2 votes against her for the chest sequence also. So that's her first miss, which comes at 117. Stays on 113 and she remains in third place. So Lee successful with her first 2 tries, but a third one denied on 117. Tiana Medeiros next up, 111, 114. She's cleared so far for Brazil. The second last attempt in this group, but no attempt will be higher than this. Medeiros 118, the America's champion. 118 for Medeiros. This for the lead, but only one lifter can displace her on the head-to-head. Medeiros needs to get this first, and that looks absolutely perfect. It is 118 to Yana Medeiros. Happy with that. She's got every single lift. And nobody else can say that. The America's champion was 8th for her in the last World Championships. If everybody clears in Group A, then it would be 8th again for her. But we'll see what happens in the next group. And that will be after our final lift in Group B. Anan Al-Majidi of Iraq. Clearance is 108 and 113 so far have left her in second spot. This to go top, matching what Medeiros had done a few minutes earlier, but she would get the nod in terms of the head-to-head on body weight. 4.5 kilos. So this to take the group. That was too awkward. Didn't get it. Finishes in 113, second in the group instead of top.
That completes Group B. Well done to all of the lifters in that group. We turn our attentions now to Group A. Loaders, please note the miles of 116 kilos. Rack height 12.
Just couldn't execute that. A couple of kilos too many. And it's Medeiros, 118, who's our leader. Al-Majidi would have overtaken her with that. 113 instead. And Lee in third and 113. Kameko 110 in fourth. Lingita, if you're watching in Alabama, you can go to bed now. Or you can stay with us. We've Group A to come. Jakubova cleared as well. Everybody cleared in that group, which is always good to see. We'll see if Nur-Sultan can keep that going. The Scot in knots. 116 she's starting off with, so actually would go second behind Medeiros for now. Originally was tilting at 121. As you'll know, a wheelchair basketball legend, every championships full stop for 9 years, 5 European bronzes, world champions in 2014. $116 for the European champion, the Commonwealth Games silver medalist. Clean bill of health. She goes into the silver medal position just like that, does the European champ from Berg-sur-Mer. that has her into the medals for the time being. It's always interesting how some sports people are able to jump from one sport to another successfully as well. Even Michael Jordan couldn't do that. So Sugden, 116, and Al-Hajjaj of Jordan. You think these things are just thrown together. 116. This would put her into third place. Sugden would have the nod over her in the head-to-head in terms of body weight by 1 kilo and a bit. The Paralympic silver medalist from Rio, but she's never finished higher than 5th in the Worlds. That was in Dubai in 2014. Asian Games silver in Incheon 5 years ago. Bronze prior to that in 2010. That was in Guangzhou in the first proper Asian Para Games. In terms of the Asian Championships, bronze last year in Kitakyushu, with a bit of Oceania thrown in. (116) to go into the bronze medal position, and she has 2-1. Originally was tilting at 1-2-1, and on the right-hand side it was vote against her on the press, but she goes into bronze. Live on TV again in Kazakhstan and the main sports channel here, which is always gratifying to see. It's actually been interesting watching on TV the past few nights. Not what we do when we're working on athletics. You're there for hours and hours watching it live, and obviously it's live on TV, and then you get home again and it's on TV again, so you can watch it back. And you know you shouldn't, because you'll be up until 2 a.m, but time zones will do that to you anyway. Amani Ali of Egypt, 1-2-5. And this for the lead, the first athlete who's going to try and overtake Tiana Medeiros. The world champion from Kuala Lumpur in 2010. Silver then in the next Worlds in Dubai, and still the reigning Paralympic bronze medalist from Rio, having done the same in Beijing in 2008. Silver in last year's African Championships in Algiers, silver in Brazzaville in the All Africa Games in 2015. 1-2-5. Amani Ali has cleared that perfectly. 1-2-5. She goes into the gold medal position. 4 to lift in this opening round. That's one bit of the job done. (15) entered for this. 13 have won major championship medals in their time. The 2 who haven't have been 4th in major championships in the past year. It's a quality field, there's no doubting that. Then it always is, isn't it? So Amani Ali's our leader. This is where it starts getting really serious. 2 from China, 1 from Russia, 1 from Nigeria. Li Feng Mei first to go. (135) the target. The world record is 146. Li Feng Mei, the reigning Asia Oceania champion. Knocked the subsequent Asian Games champion down into silver in Kitakyushu last year in the Asia Oceania Championships. 135 for Li Fengmai. $135 and clear all across the boards. They're really going high in this. They've all decided to go the top 4 for weights way in excess of what they were originally pitching for. It's going to make it interesting, there's no doubt about that. That's the new lead, 135. A massive leap of 10 kilos from Amani Ali, and next to go, Vera Muratova of Russia. European champion back in 2013, silver in 2015 in Ege, world bronze in 2014 in Dubai. Well, what a run that woman had yesterday. In the competition, couple of divisions down. Elena Macichkina finished 8th in the women's 79 kg and now in the front row, supporting Vera Muratova here. She's pitching herself with the joint 2nd heaviest weight. Muratova 138. That is 8 kilos heavier than what she was originally looking to do. And it's a good lift for her. And she goes into lead. This looks like being a terrific 5-way battle for the medals and maybe 4-way battle for gold. Well, there's our new leader, and she will still be leader after this lift, because here comes, again at 138, but would miss out in the head-to-head. She was delighted with yesterday's result, absolutely. Folashade Oluwafemiayo, the reigning world champion, the reigning African champion, gold in Lagos this year, where she is based, world record holder. Winning gold at the FASA World Cup last year. Silver in the FASA World Cup this time around, though. Where she finished 2nd behind Amani Ali. Folashade Oluwafemiayo, the world record holder on 146, is starting here at 138. We could go very high here today. She's absolutely blitzed that. Goes into the silver medal position behind Muratova on the head-to-head. One more to go, and Oluwafemiayo with a good clearance. So Oluwafemiayo is our 2nd placer, 138 alongside Vera Muratova. One more to go, Zheng Feifei, 140. The attempt for the world silver medalist from 2 years ago. Asia Oceania silver medalist, 136 she lifted to Lee's 138 in Kitakyushu last year, but then went on to win the Asian Games, which Lee did not compete in. Lee 135, Muratova 138, Oluwafemiayo 138, Zheng going for 140 here. Zheng Feifei 140. And she's pitched through that brilliantly. 3 out of 3, and it's a good lift for her. And she's our new leader. And that is a new Asian record, by the way. Just like that. We're going to go very high. Surely we're going to go very high. Only 5 kilos between the top 4. The Asian record's gone in round 1. There was a European record as well, by the way, for Muratova. She added 15 kilos onto the old mark from Olga Kiselyeva. 2 continental records destroyed. Oluwafemiayo's world record surely is under threat from herself and from the rest. Everybody has had a clearance in this competition. Every attempt in round 1 in Group A was good. And that with most of Group A having declared their opening weight, saying, you know what, we can do better than that, and they did. This is high quality stuff. They just continuously keep pushing themselves on. Louise Sugden cleared 116 in the opening round, and this will be for 118. Just recalibrating that, which is why we're getting some extra Gallagher brothers.
Loaders, please load the bar to 118 kilos, round height 12. It's so good, I'll say it again. Second attempt, representing Great Britain. Please welcome Louise Sugden.
So Louise Sugden coming on now. You've seen Vladimir Balinets in the crowd, who was our very first world champion at the start of the week in the senior competition. Russia taking the first 2 golds here in the men's competition. Louise Sugden. Remember, Britain missing out 2 of the big names here. Mickey Yule missing out due to an operation. Ali Jawad tore a muscle in training just before the championship, so he can come either. It was an important one, muscle. Sugden 118 then. .118 for Sugden, and that is good. Well, making progress. She's in 6th position in the competition. Won in Coventry earlier this year. Gold in the Egger World Cup as well in Hungary.
Second attempt, representing Jordan, please welcome Tarawa Al-Hajjaj.
Tarawa Al-Hajjaj of Jordan, 116 she cleared in the opening round, 121 the target here, which would send her back up to 6th place. Silver in Rio, but the quality of this competition is immense. Anybody who wants to get even into the top 4 is going to have to lift 14 kilos more than what she's going for here. And the only one who looks like they could break into the top 4 is Amani Ali, but basically needs to get the next one. Jordan already with a bronze here. Very capable lift, and all 3 in her favour. The technical quality of this, as well as the lifts we've seen, have been immense. We have not had a single miss yet. Famous last words, but the first 9 in this group have been successful. 10 successful lifts in a row. So now an opportunity for Amani Ali, not to leap from 5th any higher, but to get a bit closer to the medals. If she gets this, 131, she's 4 kilos off the top 4 and 7 off the medals. That then depends what everyone else after her does. $131 for Amani Ali, who had that big win in the FASA World Cup over Folashade Oluwafemiayo. Amani Ali for 131. And she's got that. Both side referees have given it to her. 2-1 now. Game on. What happens with the rest? Potentially in medal contention now. Big question is, how far can she go, and will she still have a medal opportunity? Big prospects, but then we've got big weights to follow.
Second attempt, representing China, please welcome Li Fengmei.
Li Fengmei. 135 she got in the opening round. She's currently in 4th. This is an attempt to put her into the silver medal position, 1 kilo off gold. This to equal what was the old Asian record up until 20 minutes ago. Li Fengmei, 139. Going to the silver medal position. And she's made that work too. It's 2-1 in her favour. Li Fengmei goes up into silver. What a lift. Just the centre referee voting her down, and I think that was for the chesting, but it was okay. She got what she wanted. She's gone up into silver. The jostling will continue throughout. And 12 lifts in a row. Nobody's had a miss yet in Group A. Having just broken the European record, adding 15 kilos to the mark from her compatriot Olga Kiseleva from the World Championships in Dubai in 2014. That was 123. Muratova going up to 138, or actually it is Muratova in her case. Muratova going for another 5 kilos here, 143. The world record is 146. Zheng's going to go for 144. An extension to a new Asian record. Oluwafa Miayo is going to have to go for 145. Whose world record is 146? Muratova then, 143 for another new European record. .143. It's another new European record, all three in her favour. That is absolutely mind-blowing stuff. She's added 20 kilos onto the European record in one go. Who's that? Oh, stunning stuff. Just in case you thought this was all done off tube in a broom cupboard off the Atlantic Ocean. It's not. We're always here. We've got 2 to go. So we've seen 2 European records broken, 2 Asian records could be the case here. Zheng Feifei of China. It was her Asian record going into this, 139, which was set in winning gold in the Asian Para Games in Jakarta last year. She's raised that to 140 and going now for 144. .144 for Zheng Feifei of China for a new Asian record to go into the gold medal spot, and she's gone and done it. That is a terrific lift, 3 out of 3. So Zheng Feifei goes into the gold medal position. Muratova in silver. Li Fengmei bronze. That is 2 Asian records, 2 European records. Zheng with an absolutely magnificent lift. Where do we go after this? This is only round 2. Terrific spot by her. This lift for the lead would not be an African record. It would be 1 kilo off it though. And the world record as well for Folashade Oluwafemiayo. 145. Her world record set in winning the FASA World Cup last year. 146. Right now, she is in 4th position. The reigning world champion, the reigning African champion, silver in the Paralympic Games in 2012. $145 for the lead. She's pushed it through brilliantly. That is so clean. That is the lead! Oluwafemiayo is in top spot again for Nigeria. 145, 1 kilo off the world record. We're going to have world record attempts in the next round, and lots of them. Magnificent. Well, I'm not sure we've ever seen a competition like this. The last 15 lifts have all been good. We've seen 4 continental records broken, 2 European, 2 Asian, our leaders from Africa, from Nigeria. Magnificent from Folashade Oluwafemiayo. Look at that, 145 in front for Nigeria, 1 kilo off the world record. Zheng 2 off it for China. Her 2 Asian records, Muratova, her 2 Russian records, and up at 143. Stunning stuff. Louise Sugden for Great Britain then. The European champion in position. 118 she's got, this for 120, and she finishes in 7th. She's not going to rise any higher. Sugden then for 120. She wouldn't overtake Al-Hajjaj at 121, and with everybody clear, there's nobody who could leap up to overtake her. Sugden for 120, and she keeps the magnificent run going. She's got all 3 lifts here, and we've seen 16 lifts in a row in this whole competition cleared. Standards getting better all the time. The most significant British support in this city since Scotland were here in March and lost. Sugden's had a winning run all the way here, and she's in 7th spot. So next up, it's Tawa Al-Hajjaj, and she will finish 6th as well, by the way, because she's not attempting to leap above anybody here, even though she's adding 6 kilos to the bar. $116 and $121 cleared, and this for 127. Al-Hajjaj going for 1-2-1. One, 2-7 then. Strain to get that up, but she's been given that as well. 2-1, and it is a good lift. Our centre referee went against her on the chest and the press. But we've seen 17 lifts in a row cleared, and that's just fantastic. Well, it's absolutely magnificent. I'm trying to remember a competition that we've seen like this before. So I would estimate then, in this competition so far, we have seen 37 lifts and only 8 of them have been missed. Amani Ali now for Egypt going for 139. This would be an attempt at a leap up. Sugden finishing 7th, Al-Hajjaj 6th. Amani Ali is 5th, and this would be to finish 4th, above Li Fengmai in the head-to-head, but everybody after this is going for medals. So 139 for Amani Ali of Egypt, the world champion from 2010. Twice Paralympic bronze medalist, silver in the African Championships last year. $139, and that is the first miss in the entire competition. The first miss in 18 lifts. It had to happen. The weights have been astounding so far. There has to be a limit, and that was it. Amani Ali has found hers. 139 she doesn't get. She finishes on 131, so it is 5th for her in her attempt to leap up one more place. So now we go to the final 4. These are all for medals. Li Fengmai of China going for 144. This would be a new Asian record. It would match the record of Zheng Feifei from earlier, and it would be the 3rd Asian record of the day. Zheng Feifei has raised her own Asian record from 139 to 140 to 144. Li Fengmai looking to match that. Body weight doesn't matter in this situation when it comes to the records, but it does in terms of the body weight. She would match Zheng Feifei, but she would be behind her in terms of matching the Asian record. Going for 144 again to match the Asian record. And this would put her 3rd, matching Zheng Feifei. She's put an immense amount into it, but she's not going to get that either. She's found her limit too. Misses out at 144. She was thinking of 145, which she'd have had to go to for the silver, but she didn't get it. So Li Fengmai finishes in 4th place. The Asia-Oceania champion. And the woman who beat Zheng Feifei in Kitakyushu. Lifted 138 there for the gold. It's 139 here for fourth. We've got 3 lifts to go, and they are all for a new world record. And all the continental records that go with it. So far, we have had 5 lifts for continental records. 4 of them have been good. There will be 8 in total, because obviously you're going for a world record, you have to go for a continental record as well. The next 3 lifts, the final 3 lifts, are all for world records. Zheng Feifei of China has lifted an Asian record from 139 to 144, and this for 147 is for a new world record. And obviously everything attempted from now on is for gold as well. For a new world record to take the lead, Zheng Feifei. Asian Games champion, has she managed to do it? Oh yes she has! Oh yes she has! A new world record! Zheng Feifei is into the lead for China! 147! Magnificent lift! 2 out of 3 in her favour. She goes into the lead. And that world record may only be good enough for bronze. 147. Stupendous. Any more of this and we're going to run out of superlatives. 147 for Zheng Feifei for the world record. Here we go for Russia, Vera Muratova. 138 and 143. Successful so far for new European records. The old mark of Olga Kiseleva of 123 put to bed from years ago. Muratova then going for a new world record, 148. Big support from the man in the middle, Vladimir Balinets, who set 2 new European records on the way to a Russian gold at the start of the week. And Russia have won one since. So Muratova for a new world record, currently in bronze. This going for gold. Muratova. 148. She's got that raised. Is it good? No, it's not. 2-1 against. Side referee on the right saying no for the press. Side referee on the left said yes. We were waiting for the middle one, and it came from the centre referee who said no in the press. So, Muratova gets the bronze. 2 European records. And it is definitely bronze for her now. 2-1 against. And it was on the press from both. There's 1 lift left in the entire competition. Li Fengmai has finished 4th. Muratova 3rd. Oluwafa Miayo currently in the silver medal position. The final lift is hers. And currently Zheng Feifei is in gold medal position for 147. It's good stuff, this. Originally, Wafamayo was looking for 149. That's gone up to 150. Russia coach is still hanging around, so we'll wait and see if they have lodged an appeal. It's not showing up in our system, so for the time being we'll have to say no. So for 150, Folashade Oluwafemiayo looking to get back into top spot and to get her world record back. So in order to do that, she's got to lift this for 150. She's currently at 145 in silver. Muratova went for 148 and was denied. Zheng 147 and got the world record. She's still the reigning world champion, but her world record is now gone from last year in Dubai. Now owned by Zheng Feifei of China, who's in gold for now. Only one thing, one moment, one woman can prevent that, and here she is, the reigning world champion, to get her title back, to get her world record back. Oluwafemiayo, 150. Look at that! Look at that! She's got it! She's got it! She's got it! She's got it! World champion again! World record again! 150! Stupendous! Fantastic! Any word you want to use at all. Oluwafemiayo has got a world record back. She lost it 10 minutes ago. It literally doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any better than her. We've seen 2 world records broken, an African record, 4 Asian records, 2 European records. New horizons found. Just great. What a spectacle. What a winner. Oluwafemiayo is 150 for that world record. Zheng, the old world record, new Asian record for 147. Muratova, 2 new European records for bronze at 143. Li Fengmai went for an Asian record as well and came 4th. Everybody had a clearance in this. And even down a page 2, we've seen some great displays. Shakupova, Lingiti included. Kumenko was delighted with a 110. I'm not sure we've seen a combination quite like that for years. And remember, all those successful lifts in a row, we'd 17 in a row. That's great. We'll remember this one for a long time. And I'll tell you what, in Tokyo, all of these will have to go a long way to match the entertainment and the drama of that. It was just brilliant. The world record went twice. But Oluwafemiayo got it back, and she's world champion again.
the victory ceremony for the women's up to 86 kilo category. The medals will be presented by Sports Manager of the NPC of Kazakhstan, and Head of Sports Medicine Committee, Nur-Sultan. The winner of the bronze medal, representing the Russian Federation with a European record lift, Nur-Sultan.
They don't hang about. Vera Muratova with her 2 European records here in one of the most spectacular competitions we've ever seen, and she'd go for the world record as well at 1:48 and missed it. Got 1:43 for the bronze. Zheng did get the world record of 1:47 on the way to 3 Asian records. That world record only existed for 3 minutes. Back to being an Asian record again. The silver for her alongside Muratova's stunning bronze, but the gold in what has been an absolutely incredible competition. She lost that world record for a matter of minutes. She regained the world title stunningly. It is Folashade Oluwafemiyayo for Nigeria. Can you imagine all of this happening in the big stage in Tokyo? It's happened here and it has been absolutely scintillating. Bato Kudurabali, the sports minister of the Kazakhstan NPC, the National Paralympic Committee, and Nur-Sultan Yenikiviev, the head of sports medicine committee, with the medal presentations. Oluwafemiyayo, absolutely stunning. Great champion, brilliant athlete, world champion, world record for Nigeria. There's a lot to love about that competition, and really, there were 14 in it, and you have to praise every single one. They all got their lifts, and one of the most exciting competitions of the week. It was in the balance right until the end, and 2 athletes broke world records. 3 in the end broke continental records. And I don't think you can see anything better than that. And the top 3 all have new continental records, as well as that new world record for our world champion again, Folashade Oluwafemiyayo of Nigeria. So close to losing her crown, but she gained it back with the final lift that earned her the world record. Zheng Feifei of China, world record for 2 minutes, Asian record for months maybe. She got the silver, and the bronze to Vera Muratova of Russia. European record and the bronze. Here are the standings China with 6 golds and 7 silvers now as they win for gold number 7. Nigeria with their 3rd title of the week, 7 medals in total. Egypt and Russia 2 titles each. Egypt with 6 medals. Iran, Ukraine and Malaysia with Bonnie Gustin have all been on the top step of the podium as well here. Those 2 excellent silver medals